Before we wrap it up, can you introduce yourself to the camera? Can you just be like, what's up, I'm TY the Poet, this is my interview on Hot Air Balloon, check out my new track, Invade Your Freestyle, whatever.
Yeah. Shit, man. Fuck. Well... I was so sound this entire time I'm being on camera. The second you got me to like... well, I'm TY the Poet. If you didn't know, you know it. This is my Hot Air Balloon interview. Please go like, share, follow, all of that. And we got new tracks coming out. Go check out White Sox and say goodbye. Good lick.
Such a fucking pro.
Godbless, Galway. She has different from Galway tune. Says she on forward a cruise, sham. How she know all of the tunes? Sue Blick, she's rude. Tell the truth, she can never be boo.
Alright, man, I'm rolling up a joint.
This is Hot Air Balloon. I am on Gap Year Forever. And with us today, TY the Poet.
If you didn't know, you know it. Yeah, man.
Can we tell people your real name?
No.
So, TY, Troubled Youth. You had the interview with the 091 show.
Yeah.
Then you had the live stream interview.
I did.
What made you want to do another interview?
The other interviews I was doing different shit then, so...
Yeah, so
just put people wide that we're doing shit now.
Yeah, I suppose the distinction we'd make now is the previous two interviews were TY the Poet, the battle rapper. Whereas this is the first interview where it's TY the Poet, the rapper.
I don't know, man, I'm just focused on music at the moment. I've got like fucking 10 songs that I'm trying to get out this year.
Yeah.
We're just trying to space them out properly so that we can promote them properly and also learn how to promote them and shit. We're doing all this shit independently by ourselves, so we don't really know what the fuck we're doing in any way, shape or form. We're having fun. We're working with people from Galway. The shit that we're creating is like representative of us in an authentic way. And it's nice to be able to share that with people and just share that with our friends and stuff so that we have like music to listen to that's ours. Do you know what I mean? Because we're not like boys in Dublin or boys in Limerick or boys in Cork. We're not like boys in London and we're not like boys in New York. We're different. Galway's a different vibe, man. So it's nice to be able to like finally make rap music that's Galway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's just the whole goal.
Because you are an Irish rapper, like you're not a rapper in Ireland, like, and especially with your battle raps. Putting aside the fact that you actually had some bars in the Irish language, there was like Irish history shit and stuff in there, but there was like Irish rap history stuff in there as well.
I've studied everything from scary era to like these drill boys that do be happening, the battle rap scene, the MC scene. Rhyming in Ireland over beats is just cool to me. I find it interesting. I enjoy it. So when I like going back through the history of it, I love almost all of it. I hate the cringy shit, but the authentic stuff. Because that's the thing. I've always had this big passion. Like I'm functionally illiterate, yeah. So I can't technically read or write to the level that like I'd be able to take a test. Do you know what I mean? I'd need a scribe or something. I can read and write, but like it's just not proficient. But I've never had an issue with the English language. But I've always loved it in the Irish way. An English teacher would grade me terribly, but the way I think I speak or my family speaks or the way we speak is so much more beautiful than people speaking grammatically correct. Like the way Irish people have a way of speaking is just better. The fact that we haven't really had the opportunity to show the world that way of speaking over rap beats is a joke, because we did it with rock music, we did it with poetry, we did it with writing. Like Irish people, for such a small population, when it comes to writing and the English language, we've mastered it better than anybody else per capita. I think you'd have to argue. Why can't we do it with rap? Like, why can't we be the best poets in the world? Do you know what I mean? Like, why can't? And that's what rap is. It's the new form of poetry. It's the new form of spoken word. So that's just the goal. Like, it's just to put the way we speak on rap beats.
Which is interesting because for the longest time, what you became known for and what you got your start with had no beat whatsoever.
Yeah, I couldn't rap over beats. If you go to my 091 show, freestyle.
Air Max on my feet, rolling in my teeth. You can tell from my speech that I grew up on the east. Kid, I'm fluid on a beat, and I'm fluent when I speak the language they teach in the town by Salted Beach. Steady fucking with the freaks and the geeks and the skag heads. Irish kid, whole family are ride heads.
I can't rap over beats, man. That's like, I couldn't. I had to learn it. Like, I wasn't, like, I didn't, musically, I'm really bad. Do you know what I mean? I'm very, very bad. But yeah, musically, I can't do that. Like, I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, when I'm in the studio with producers and stuff, if it sounds good, it sounds good. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I don't know why. I can't tell you. Like, and I've studied it, I've tried, I've learned. It doesn't work. I'm not good with instruments. It's shit, but I'm good with words. I knew I wanted to rap, and the only way I could rap not on beat was through battle rap. There is no better way to learn how to write a bar than having a room full of people judge you for every single bar you write. And as shit as it feels, it teaches you how to write correctly and draw in an audience and understand like words and how they affect people. Do you know what I mean? And like battle rap is really good for teaching that, like for just teaching you how to use words to make people think a certain way.
Yeah.
You know, you get that instant kind of reaction or gratification. It's handy.
Run Off Broke was talking about like, you know, about like the way to learn. He was saying like, be a dickhead to your friends, like fucking tell them what they're doing wrong and stuff like that. Because it's like with the comment section, people talk about nasty comment section.
Best things ever.
Time, if you got a comment which is just like fire, bro, you don't actually learn anything from that.
Nah, you don't. Like I had a comment there on Godbless, and it was dope. It was this dude, and he was like, "Why? Why'd you make this video?"
Vino, are you G, bro? Right, cool, let me spark this joint. Yeah, I'm a fool, my bag's on point. Man is a clown and we look like doink.
He just asked me why, and I was like, oh, fucking, like, he was like, what's this song about? Like, why did you put so much effort into it? And I was like, fuck me, man, I don't know. I didn't write that song about anything. It was just, I liked the words that are in it, I like the way it goes. Like, fuck. But it made me think, like, Shan. So, and now my next song is, like, probably the most storytelling song I have. Negative feedback is really just depends on how you take it. It can really, really help you if you know how to use it to your advantage. And fuck friends who don't tell you that you're shit. If all my friends told me that I was dope when I couldn't rap, I still couldn't rap. For years, man, I'd grown up, because I was involved in the MC scene growing up, and I never released anything, because I was shit. Do you know what I mean? My best friends were all releasing Matthew Fla.
MC Fla, The Getaway?
MC Fla, The Getaway.
Hold your side with the best MC, with everybody here, can you listen to me? Cause I rock that show like a rodeo. We said it, put up your hands and know you want more. Cause I do it proper like Big Papa. Spit it sweeter like I'm Wiz Khalifa. Standing here, and I'm spitting like an athlete. Got your girl, she's screaming in my backseat.
One of the coldest MC, I don't give a fuck what anybody says, man. Maddie was the coldest MC over any donk beat, regardless. He can still rap as well. He needs to release, but he can rap, man. He's goated. He's OG as well, man. He was like an older brother to me back in the day, man. I got real love for Maddie. Those are the lads I was surrounded with. Maddie, MC KZ, Rob Fox, you know, I didn't really hang out with O'Shane too much, but I knew him.
O'Shane Malcolm?
Yeah, same with Jordan at the time. Like, he wasn't my friend, but I knew him. He was friends with my cousin. These are people that I could see, and I wanted to be like them. I wasn't that good at rapping, and it made me want to get better. The best thing in you that makes you want to do stuff is the stuff that makes you feel like you can't. If you feel like you can't do anything, you're gonna want to do something. You feel like you can do everything. The fuck is the point in showing anyone? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to prove people wrong. It's hard to articulate, but yeah.
Yeah. You probably articulate it better in a song once you actually get a chance to get your thoughts in order.
This is a fact.
So in terms of like your passion and your interest, is DFI where it starts? Is DFI like watching the Fighting Irish, Don't Flop Ireland? Looking at them do their thing. Was that a big...
No, it was Maddie and the boys, man. Man, it was Pat Flynn. I don't give a fuck about anybody rapping. I didn't like if we're talking like in Ireland, it was Pat Flynn. In general, like, I was shown So Solid Crew 21 Seconds before I could think. Like, I've been on MCing and like global like music since before I knew what music was. Yeah. But in Ireland, it wasn't until I was like 11 or 12 and I heard Pat Flynn, and it just fucking went, Sean, you can say the shit that we say on the song and it sounds cool. Most people don't think it sounds cool. I still fucking love Pat Flynn. I still love Lynchy. I still, like, that shit's still dope to me. Like, I still fucking enjoy it.
Lynchy or Pat Flynn?
Oh, fuck you, man. Get on your knees and worship me on the residency inside the country. Yes, oh, yeah, no, it has to be Pat, man. Do you know what it is with Pat, man? Pat has the songs. Lynchy, I think, is actually better at rapping. I remember Lynchy did this like Rasta tune years ago in his car.
I've seen that, the reggae
sick, man.
So when I get the joint, I'm gonna puff tonight. I be saying fuck the haters, cause I'm up in the mic. And I'm gonna spit this lyric so sick and oh so tight. Me like fucking Superman without a kryptonite.
Even back then, like, the music we were listening to, like, we didn't give a fuck about hip-hop or grime. We were listening to Chippy and Hazard. We were listening to Donk MCs in the UK, like fucking... Put a Donk on it, those sorts of tunes, like those
Black
are the, like, if we weren't listening to that, we were listening to Welshie remixes and Robbie G remixes. The first time I really ever heard like anybody rapping at a session or anything like that was when people started playing like UK shit like Stormzy and stuff. Like, until that happened, like, it was all just like MCing and fucking like techno. And when I was doing that, one of the boys that I grew up with, Dara Daly, God bless him, rest his soul, he showed me a battle, Redzer versus Nugget.
So face facts, Nugget. I've done 100 gigs incredibly. When you record one verse, you use 100 gigs of memory.
This is like a pool game where Torres doesn't have the fitness to play. Because guess what? The red team just won't be winning today.
It's an incredible battle. It's so fucking rudimentary, real simple battle rap, but it's exactly what battle rap should be. It's just fucking lads pulling the piss out of each other for the fun of it in front of people laughing.
You talked about when you're the process of preparing a rap battle, you have someone in your head for a month.
Yeah.
While you try to write about them, which is interesting.
For anyone who doesn't know, battles aren't freestyle. Nobody thinks of shit. And there are some freestyle battles, but every battle I've ever done has been a written battle, which means you are told like 3-6 months out who you're going to, like who your opponent's going to be, and you write for it. It's tough, man, because you're just focusing on another man and everything that's wrong with them.
Because like what I do for like to prepare for like these interviews is I like look at somebody's like their history, what they've got, just to try to think of questions. You kind of like do the same thing, but I'm trying to do it to get like an interview, try to get a conversation out of it. You're trying to get like just to like insult them in a creative way.
Yeah, man, and it's like obviously not every battle rapper does that. There's some amazing battle rappers who don't even focus on their opponents. Like their shit is all about how good they can be, and they're just trying to beat their last like thing, and that's a way better mindset. Like there is ways to do battle rap with a good mindset. Just the way I did it was unhealthy as fuck, man.
So when it came to doing the battle with Bear, were you thinking like, look, I just gotta show people I can do it, or were you thinking, no, I actually have something to say to this guy?
No, so I didn't know who Bear was, so I've been watching like Don't Flop, and I'd gotten onto American shit. I'd become a battle rap nerd by that point. Thought it was incredible, really upset that DFI had stopped happening, was really hopeful that something in Ireland would happen. So then I stumbled across Rap Is Full, instantly texted Podge and was like, yo, give me a battle. And I don't think he replied for like 6 months. I don't think I had any like thing online. I think I had like, I might have had one like song with a friend of mine where I rapped in an English accent, and it was really embarrassing.
Just because that was what was popular at the time?
No, it was so much worse than that, man. Because it was like over like a guitar thing, so it wasn't even like grime or me trying to like wagwan fam. Like, because I hadn't practiced enough with my voice. The voice that I was putting out wasn't mine. I found it really hard to figure out how to put this voice on a beat. In battle rap, that was never really an issue because you're just talking. It's not that hard. But yeah, like the Bear battle, I just asked Podge for it, and Podge was like, yeah, Sam, we have this fella who wants a battle. And basically everyone was like, Shan, there's a 17-year-old from Galway who's probably going to be pretty shit. Bear was friends with a couple battle rappers, and they were like, yeah, Sam, easy win for Bear. I couldn't perform. I didn't understand how to project and how to like move a crowd and how to draw in a crowd and how to like structure the verse so that you'd have dips and flows, so that like people wouldn't get bored or people wouldn't like find it too high energy, and so like all that shit I didn't understand at the time. So the bars I don't mind too, but like they're pretty shit, but like they're not like the worst.
He gets that different shit. Like I'll fill him up with drugs like a chemist is, then pulling teeth on my dentist shit, skin him, stick his fur back on, just so I can repeat him like a feminist.
The performance is dog shit.
Doc's been saying I'm mental. Your whole town will be praying when the hook lands right in the temple. The night goes under covers. Could say nothing, it's confidential. Let's go. It's confidential.
That was my first battle on Rap Is Full. So I'd done like MC battles and just like rap battles.
Yeah.
A couple times. My first rap battle I ever did, I lost on a school bus. No, like I was battling for like fucking, for years before I ever did it on camera. And I'd always been fairly like solid, doing like freestyle battles and stuff like that, but like I could rap to what I thought I could. But once I did the Bear one and you're on camera, and there's no beat to like kind of fall back on, no like loud crowd to like fucking kind of basically just hype you up for no reason.
Yeah.
All of that went to shit. And I had to start right from the fucking beginning. It was fucking shit.
So did you finish up like the Bear freestyle and you thought like things like, okay, so I choked this time. This is going to be the anomaly. This is just this one time and I'm going to stop it after now.
Oh, like I walked off that going, that was shit. And then everyone went, that was sick. Yeah. And I was so confused. Like I just didn't believe it. I had a friend with me and she was like, yeah, no, that was pretty shit. Like, that was pretty, like, this is, like, she was like, this whole thing is, like, fucking cringy. I don't know why we're here. I was, like, embarrassed to be there. It was fucked up, man. I didn't really enjoy the Bear battle at all. I didn't know anybody there. I thought it was going to be so much more, like, volatile. And they were all so nice. So this was, like, the day after a really big event with a load of English battlers. So all the best battlers in Ireland had rapped the day before. At that time, there was nobody really, from what I can remember, that good on that card. And then I remember Lizzie C, like, she said something to some fella, like, your eyes are wide like a hammerhead or something like that. And the whole crowd just went sick. And that was like the one good thing I remember from that whole event that was like high energy. And then because of that, because me and Lizzie C battled there, they were like, you and Lizzie are going to battle at the next event.
Yeah.
And that's how the Lizzie battle happened.
We both stumbled in our first battles. You caught a body in your second. Something tells me we're more alike than you might reckon.
When it came to doing the Lizzie battle, you had your own reaction to the bear battle. There was the reaction in the room to the bear battle, and then the reaction online to the bear battle. So taking all that into account, how did you feel going into the Lizzie battle? And you said before you actually wanted to, like, you're like, I want to destroy this woman in this battle. Like, so how did it, what was like just having that combination of feelings like when you went into the room to do the battle?
I was like very determined to be like, right, I'm going to prove that I can fucking battle in the Lizzie battle. She was like on the come up, everybody was buzzing. She was the first female battler from like Ireland in years and years. Still is the best female battle rapper Ireland's ever had. Yeah, everybody thought she was going to kill me. And I said, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm not, like, there's no way, because this is the thing. Everybody in battle rap said that. Nobody in fucking Galway knew who the fuck Lizzie C was. And am I fuck coming back to Galway and I've just been smoked by a BR the same way the two boys that battled her before me had. Like, I'd never been able to live it down. That battle needed to happen. That's probably, by the Nugget battle, that's the most driven I've ever been to write. Or like,
it's also the most viewed one.
Aside from all the other shit in battle rap, man, me and Lizzie showed up a lot of people. Not just with that battle, but with how we promoted it and how we got it in front of people. That was one of the things that really annoyed me about battle rap, was like, it seemed like people were unwilling to promote in the same way that Lizzie was.
Yeah.
And even like, I wasn't good at it, but I tried.
When I was speaking to Park Farron when we did the On-One show episode, and he was talking to me about like interviewing performers, and he was saying it wasn't always about the size of the performer you were interviewing, it was about how much work they were willing to put into promoting it, which is why, apart from his videos with Kneecap, the most viewed videos on the On-One show channel are your interview and your freestyle, and that's because he said you actually put the graft in to promote it.
I work hard when I do the shit that I do to get it in front of people. I know that at one point I'll get better, and the more people it gets in front of, the more people will tell me why it's not good.
Relax. Take it, time to have
No.
Do you think that she was kind of complacent, like she just thought she just had it in the bag? Because like after like two or three verses, she just gave up.
Lizzie would have smoked me if she spat all three verses. Lizzie's bars are better than my bars.
You're gonna die by your cocky code. Your trip to Dublin is about to be a rocky road, cause I may be a woman, but I'm still standing in my rocky pose, so you could be on the rise and stocky, bro. I'm still gonna destroy this boy to the point of exhaustion. And you can all catch me throwing hooks at the kid like a botched abortion.
Lizzie wasn't expecting me to do that well. I've spoken to her about it. I just caught her off guard. She'd never faced anybody who could rap before. Same thing that happened to me. Like, if Lizzie hadn't have done that, I probably would have.
Yeah. I mean, you called her Feminem, that's pretty cold.
This your queen? Feminem looks like she just started sipping lean, you fucking kidding me? I'm going on a killing spree and you're giving DKs mini me? I'm livid, G, because realistically, you're writing as if you be, your performance ain't got shit on me, and your fucking sexuality's a mystery.
Yeah, but she had some shit about me that was cold as well, but like we were both able to rap, but the thing is, neither of us at that time were able to like handle being rapped at.
Yeah.
Like the people we'd battled, me and Bear and her and Scotty B and Huey Boom, I think were their names. Well, Scotty B's definitely his name. Shout out Scotty, I love him. But they were like fucking, like they were just not up to par. So when Lizzie faced me, she didn't know what was going on. And if Lizzie hadn't have choked, that would have happened to me in my second round. I fucking choked my third round. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't realize that because they click off the battle beforehand. Just the way it, like, it's edited, which is kind of shit for Lizzie. If more people knew that, I feel like a lot less people would have said shit about Lizzie about that I just choked straight away after it. The same thing happened to me as soon as I went to England and faced Maverick.
Back, you said that you throw hands, why lying? What you, not you. We challenge the left, rock him a bye-bye and make his friends watch us night him. 1, 2, keep patterning, cause when it gets put on teething, tie-dyeing.
I stood in front of somebody who like could actually say something about me that hurt, and I went, fuck. And that's something that, like, if you can't do that in battle rap, Lizzie learnt it, and I didn't. I said, fuck that, I don't want to do this anymore. But if you can't do that in battle rap, you shouldn't do battle rap, if you can't take it. And that seems like a real simple thing for most people to understand, but like, yeah, I feel like I'm probably the prime example of that mistake, of not realizing if you can't handle like that sort of pressure, it's probably one of the worst environments to put yourself into. I didn't think Maverick could beat me. I never thought any of my opponents could beat me, so I didn't really worry about what they were gonna say too heavy. Like, you'd obviously write pre-battles about like shit that was obvious. Until I fucked up in England, there wasn't very much to say about me in the first place. I was just a kid. But I knew because I was 17, people were gonna go, oh yeah, we can market this.
A lot of controversy and hype follows the name of T.Y. the Poet, since I personally put my bet on him to be one of the best up-and-coming battlers in the future.
And it did work, but it fucking, in the end, it led me down a path that I wasn't able to, like, do you know what I mean, fulfill. I didn't have the head fucking space to act that fucking way in crowds of people that I didn't know that, like, were volatile and booing me.
After the Lizzie C battle is when we got to the one-on-one show interview.
Yeah.
I was watching it. I saw the Irish boys were back in it, and I watched a few battles from their first event, and I was like, right, I could kill every one of these fuckers. And I came in and made them look like an absolute handicap. You know, when you're the king, you have to show what the king can do. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm the best newcomer in the country, without a question. I will kill any newcomer in England. Don't even try and say I won't, because I'd murder them all. They're all little idiots, man. I'm the best, man. I don't know what to say. Like, what?
You see that self-belief?
It's not self-belief, man. It's facts. That's like, what?
Were you trying to present a brave face, or were you genuinely thinking, confident, being like, I've got this in the bag, this is a thing I can do at this stage?
Oh yeah, once I had the Lizzie C battle written, I knew that I could be the best battle rapper, like, in the history of Ireland. Like, my goal at that point when I did that shit was to legit, like this, I remember I was convinced I could do it. I was going to be the best battle rapper in Ireland and England by the time I was 21. And then I was going to stop to do music, make battle rap wait for like 5 years, blow up in music, and then I come back to battle rap when I'm like 25 and like do a massive battle in Ireland against some like new guy who come up. Like, that was the plan, like, and like, yeah, didn't work out. 22 now. Somebody who was better at handling the pressure, had it gotten those opportunities, they could have achieved that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like this, I had one part of it down. I was able to get the opportunities, but I couldn't perform under the pressure.
And the one-on-one show interview is where I first became aware of you, because I got to the stage of the one-on-one show where I was enough of a fan of Pork that I was like, I'll just watch it if I haven't heard of the person.
Pork's the goat.
So I just knocked it on, didn't hear of you, and did not get a great impression.
It's a fiend from Belfast called Stray, man. Oh, little retard, man, I swear to God. Yeah. He's like 5 foot nothing, ginger boy, and he's like off his head on coke the whole time, man. He's just gonna get absolutely destroyed, I swear to God.
I thought, well, I suppose one aspect of, so first of all I was hit with this like wave of confidence, which I don't know if it's my own prejudice, but I'm always like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, that's fair.
The other one was, you were dissing LDK.
Right. I've only heard 3 fiends. And these 3 fiends are fucking shite, man. They really are. They're called LDK, and honest to God, man, these boys are like they don't know what they're at. Do you know what I mean?
They
like
were risky roads though. That was a big look.
No, it wasn't. It was a horrible look, man. So all these people are going, Irish crime is dead. Irish drill is dead. They watched that shit first. That's why. That's why. To be fair.
Okay.
Like you hear actual boyos talking, and they're like actually doing what they're at.
Yeah.
You will understand it. There's no way you couldn't like that. If you don't like that, you're hating. But if you hear them boys LDK, and they're like, oh, this is Irish crime. This is what the Irish sound is. And they hear that, and they're like, oh, so it's dead.
Who I was a huge fan of at the time, because they'd had the Irish crime freestyle,
so out of pocket as well. Yeah.
Irish rap movements.
Yeah. No, they'd done some shit. It wasn't even. They'd done some shit on the English channel on JDZ Media, hadn't they?
Yeah. They Risky Rose.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just being provocative. If we're being completely honest, like 2 of the LDK lads aren't that good at rapping. They're grand, but they're not like incredible. One of them is really good.
Yes.
They were the only kind of rappers I knew from the West Coast that I thought might get into battle rap. I wanted to start beef. It was so out of pocket. I had no reason to do that. They never even responded. They didn't care if they didn't see it. I don't know. It was just me being a prick, if we're being completely honest.
Yeah, and speaking of being a prick, I have to turn the light back on myself, because I think I was a bit unfair, because I was like, okay, this is the other part, he talks a good game. What's his raps like? His battles like? And I watched this later. So the very first battle of yours that I ever watched was DARPA. That was the first thing I ever watched.
You daft cunt, you meant to rebuttal us, not fucking try and nut us. So it was match day one against Maverick. And T.Y. the Port was fucking shite. I didn't rate him. We all see him die on the day with poor performance, joking, and his writing was basic.
So for ages I was like, who is this T.Y.?
Yeah, no, don't.
Because it wasn't until this, and that was an attitude I kept for like literal years, until like last December when I interviewed We're Not Broke, and I was like, fuck T.Y. the Poet.
Oh, fuck you, T.Y. the Poet. But there you go.
Oh! And then I took a second look. And I was like, okay, no, this guy was good. I was just unfair.
Yeah, no, it's fair though. Because like, to talk all that shit and then do what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I can't be mad at anybody like being like, fuck that guy.
When you're doing on much you talked about, that was a day before you were going to do the battle with Stray.
Each battle I surpassed the bar that one hiccup where I was too sleep deprived to solve the Rubik's. Trust me, it happened again, it finished quicker than an Australian kid breaking a world record. That's the exam dates if you want to Google it. Fuck all that stupid shit.
You had some recycled stuff you didn't use with Lizzie.
Yeah, the third round.
Yeah.
Oh man, the third round against Nugget. Yeah, against Nugget, I mentioned Lizzie.
Your writing's like Phil, innit? His writing has been iffy, not the pen, it's the gear that's making him pin Lizzie on.
That was a diss at Lizzie that I wrote against Lizzie for that third round. That third round was the best bar I had against Yaneth. Yeah. The best bar I had against Maverick, the best bar I had against Stray. That Life on Tick bar, almost my entire battle rap career is thanks to like that third round against Lizzie. It's the only battle I really tried in until Nugget, and still my best bar in the Nugget battle, one of my favourite, is one that was written about Lizzie.
So when you have like this heap of like unreleased stuff, did you ever get complacent? Did you ever go into a battle thinking, no, the amount of stuff I have written already, I probably got this in the bag?
No, I went into almost every battle going, fuck. I'm so fucked right now. And like up until I went to England, I kind of just escaped by the other guy not being as good. The Stray battle, I think I was prepared for it, I guess. I might have forgotten something in the second round against that actually. But fuck it. The Yaneth battle, I was like, damn, I just didn't have enough written for it. Maverick battle, didn't have a third round. DARPA battle, I was writing the shit on the plane, man. It was fucking stupid, like I was being a retard. That's it though, it's that complacency. Like if you don't put in the work beforehand, then you can't perform under pressure because you don't have the work there. And that's what it was. Like as soon as I started becoming the failure, it just got to my head and I couldn't deal with that. Because my whole like mindset in the battle rap culture was about pointing out everybody else's failures. Obviously if you can't take your own failures, it's not the place for you to be in.
Did you ever feel like because you tried to position yourself as being the best, whenever there was like a shadow of doubt, like everything would come down?
Like I was genuinely that confident. Like the confidence wasn't a facade, it was the effort. If I'm honest, man, it was really ignorance. Like I didn't understand that you had to work that hard. Like I thought you could just get high every day and get to the week of it and you'd be ready. Maybe it was confirmation bias because it got me through my first 5 battles in Ireland. I probably should have taken a loss against Lizzie or Stray or something and it would have done a lot better for me because it would have been at home and I would have been a lot more comfortable. I wouldn't have like gotten as far as I did. Yeah. But I think just building up that quickly and then having that like that great a fall fucked my confidence. But the actual confidence was all real. The confidence was real, but the effort behind it was not there. The best stuff I ever wrote was about people I respected. If I had known how good Maverick was gonna be, I feel like I would have been a lot better. But I didn't. The last battle Maverick had was like fucking a year before that or even further. And he wasn't nearly as good as he was in that battle. He was unbelievable in the battle against me. He was so sick. I didn't have any respect for DARPA. I didn't have respect for my opponents except for Lizzie and Nugget. That was obviously my downfall in the end, was because I didn't have respect for them, I didn't prepare for them, and because I wasn't prepared, I couldn't handle the failure. Because I couldn't handle the failure, I fucked it.
But by the time you got to your battle with Nugget, were you going into it with the mindset of, go out with a bang. This will probably be my last battle.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm
Nugget,
special.
Nugget was, oddly enough, after the Nugget battle, I kind of had some notions. But before I did the battle with Nugget, Nugget was the last battle. Yeah, the fella who was running back, like, Rappers Full at the time, basically was like, look, 1 rounder, Nugget, I'll give you 100 quid. In the end, I told him keep the 100 quid spent on promotion of the battle because I wanted to get in front of more people, but still pay for my travel up, and it's Nugget. It was very much an exhibition match. Like, it wasn't, there was no like hatred of him in it. So it's not nearly as intense as any of my other battles. I think it's like really easy to see that. And I have so much respect for Nugget. There's nobody really in battle rap that I probably would have more respect for than Nugget. Like, I fuck with that guy so heavy. It's the way he conducts himself, the way he raps. I think he's a legend.
So the bars about like, because you kind of referenced it, like in the bars, it's like, oh, I don't believe that you built anything for us to.
Yeah, but that's all true though.
Do you think, because what I find interesting is I used to be one of the people who was like, oh, fuck Irish rap's cringe, Irish rap is trash, I hate it. And one of the early first things I saw was Nugget and Red's Irish tune.
Yeah, I'm Irish, fuck a gimmick, fuck a stereotype. Representing for my people when I get on the mic. Hustling music and I'm working at it every night. Stick with it till the very end, whatever the fight.
I remember looking at that when I was like really young, being like, oh, this is bad.
I think it's Terrorist and Psycho, but yeah.
Yeah, and I remember looking at this, so like, was this something you just like wrote as like just like a joke or something to say, or is it something you genuinely thought you think like Nugget didn't actually found anything?
They did their thing.
Yeah.
But they didn't bridge the gap.
Yeah.
That was what I was trying to get across. What I was trying to say in that thing about like the you didn't bridge the gap for us was more so to do with like the new movement of Irish rap.
You know the way, I don't, we eat wait cause I won't. That's most of the lads that I know, so my mates turn into winos. I just smoke and watch the time go, sat back reminiscing, thinking about the old days and how we got so distant. Sat in Busby speeching, rapping with them MCs, sisters on the joint, it wasn't much, it felt like plenty.
Really fuck all to do with any old school Irish rappers except for like Costello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to shit. Maybe I'm ignorant. But like,
no. I don't think
like
there's a point
as far as I know, like, and like I think I said in it, and I think people were a bit upset with me about this because he is a legend by all states. Rob Kelly.
Fire in the boot. Rob Kelly, Charlie Slaw. Let's go.
Officer got a fire in the boot. Hadn't heard of Rob Kelly. He thought he was the first Irishman to get a fire in the booth.
I thought that as well. I wrote on Reddit, like when Officer did fire in the booth, I put that on the Irish rap page of Reddit. I was like, look, first Irish rapper to do fire. No, I think it was, I said Ink. I was like, Ink, first Irish rapper to do fire in the booth. There was
the Officer said it after Ink got it.
Yeah, because there was an Instagram live argument between the two, but like I was first, and then like
Rob Kelly had done it fucking 10 years earlier, but that's not like a failure of them to not know. That's a failure of that generation of rappers to fucking bridge the gap and like show us what to do. They didn't do enough to like cement themselves with that generation. You have to be a proper Irish hip hop nerd to know about them. In England, them boys know who their elders are. Maybe I'm wrong again, but I don't think they made the big enough dent in mainstream Irish culture.
I'm covered in Nike and I'm still icy. Get on the wave and tell us my fish, get the fuck out my way. Making our money, we made it Japan. We're not the same.
For me, the olders or the elders in Irish hip hop and Irish rap are people like Sequence and the lads over at Jungle Beam Studios and O'Shane, if you know about him. Like those people really did the work to like figure out how to do it for all the youngers. Those are the people we look at. Like, we don't look at those Irish rappers from 2009 as those like OGs. And that's that's sad because they can rap, they're good rappers, they make good music, but they didn't have that cultural impact and they didn't have that kind of outreach to younger people to really help us move forward.
Yeah, they claim I'm a gangster. Yours just say I'm a wanker. Old friends swear I'm a fool. The oldest know me a chancer. As a kid, made cash like a banker. Since then, man, it's all been stress. Only got love for a few and a fam to the truth, man, it's fuck the rest.
Not a lot of people have like influences from that Irish rap scene. I think it's half the reason most people don't rap in an Irish accent. But if they did, in my opinion, what they're supposed to do to be like looked at as Irish hip hop legends, that generation as a whole. Nugget was the guy who was battling, but I'm not really picking anybody as an individual. All these boys who are really, really good rappers, but there's just no influence in modern Irish hip hop or the young Irish hip hop from them. And there should be. So that's why they don't get the love I think that maybe they think they've earned.
fuck it. Tonight I'm feeling funny, so might just throw a bang to any goal. Me feeling clumsy, catch you slipping on my name. You best be feeling lucky, tell the truth, I best behave. The shades won't let them book me.
You had the Nugget battle, nice little close the book on like your battle rap thing, and then you're kind of like all steam ahead to go into releasing your like tracks.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I went fully gonna go at it, drop chance here. Marvin, which is, I don't think anybody outside of Galway knows that song, is my most like recognised song in Galway. Like most people will turn around to me and go, man, I'm fucking Marvin for a bag of chips. It's another one of those ones, it's stupid, like, but yeah. I love it. I love that song so much.
Man, I'm fucking Marvin for a bag of chips, super slows, fucking slow. Let me get a pack of crepes, sharp slows, right bro, sort me out a bag of this, bag of that, 50 quid, roll it up, we'll have a...
I made that, I made the Stress Dreams, I made Egypt, which KDX filmed that video. Like that was dope. I don't know, I was having trouble, I didn't understand how to promote it. The Stress Dreams thing, it went up on Jarfuck, it didn't get very many views. So I didn't really get any promotion, which was a bit shit. And then the songs I was dropping on my own stuff just wasn't getting the views that I was hoping it would.
100 Irish pennies, never made a British pound. Bro, I smoke organic while I think about the planets. Pray my mind can vanish, cause I've been through so much anguish for success, my bro, I'm famine, stress and trauma got me sandwiched, my past did me down.
So like shit was kind of like, I don't know, it was like stalling and it was getting a bit frustrating.
Producer, Luke Fly.
Luke Fly. In terms of producers in the country, he's got better credentials than most producers. He's got some very big credits on his CV.
Luke's the GOAT, man. If there's any producer I've heard, Luke's my favourite. I'll say that much. And we're not like, we don't work like together. He makes beats and I use the beats. Everybody else I'd have to get stems and edit them. I don't do that with Luke's beats, because Luke's beats are just fucking perfect, man. Like Luke used to live around the corner from this house when he was living in Galway. I think he's up in college in Dublin now. I really wanted to do it in Galway, by Galway, for Galway. That was kind of the motto. I like saw doctors but rap. That's not genuinely, man, because this is the thing, yeah. Saw doctors outside of the west of Ireland are a bit of a joke.
Yeah. About you now.
They sell out every country they go in. They're selling out Perth, Sydney, Melbourne, Boston, Vancouver, San Francisco, LA, like Toronto, London, up to Manchester, Glasgow. They're selling out. The trick that they've done is they've weaponized the nostalgia of the Irish diaspora. If you can make tunes for even like what seems like so little people in the west of Ireland, they've done the proof of concept. You can travel the world on it. Taking back into why I hit up Luke originally, that was always my goal, was to make the songs for Galway, by Galway. Every song that I make with Luke sounds so much more unique than the other songs. The other songs sound like I'm rapping, whereas like I feel like I'm making music when I get to rap on one of Luke's beats. Like it's a genuine privilege. He's fucking dope. He's like, I think he's the best thing to come out of Galway in terms of rap or hip hop or anything. Like I think he's by far the best product we've ever produced. Like as a city.
She got a voice like Aretha. She called me up for a feature. I just an ether. She dropped the almost I wouldn't repeat that. Look, I fell in love with a queen kid. She fell in love with an Egypt.
Between myself and Ella Mello, who I haven't mentioned on this yet, which is kind of stupid. Ella Mello's the girl. He's my housemate, my best friend, musical genius. Between me and him, we probably have about 13 songs coming out this year, all to be released as singles. Keyboards, Liam's, all this musical equipment's Liam's, man. This shit is not mine. Like, I'm sat here.
You're ruining the illusion. This is like on MTV Cribs when it was like next to cars that you rented.
Let's see. We'll see what I actually own here. The poster, the cabinet. I think I paid for the desk. We might have went halves though, if we're being honest. The posters. It was we're both friends with him, but I was the guy who asked the guy to do the painting. Do you know, like the music shit is all Liam.
There's a potato wedge on the floor. Is that yours or Liam's?
Oh, guaranteed mine, man. Okay. Guaranteed mine. The couch is mine too, but it's crusty, so that's not even impressive.
If we put together the time of the Own On One Show interview goes on for about 40 minutes, your live stream interview goes on for about 50 minutes. If we put that time together, it exceeds the amount of time of your music put together.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Isn't this evidence that you're just like a poser and you just do it looking for something to talk about.
Fact to God. Yeah, literally.
Just a show off.
Yeah, this is exactly what I'm at, man. If you haven't caught on to that by now, though, you're a bit of a gobshite. Like, if I really wanted to do this music so seriously, I'd have moved to Dublin or London, dropped the whole trying to make it for the Galway boys. Yeah. Do you know, like, come on, man.
Damn. Like, I just said that as a joke. I didn't think you'd actually take it.
What? You think? It's true, though. I have more interview minutes than I have music. Yeah. That's not fake, bro.
Maybe someday that will no longer be the case.
Better watch yourself, bro. Don't get notions. The girls get lippy and the kids there's ghosting. Man, the kids just hoping for some better news. Want some equal footing, fuck a pedestal. Passion into progress instead of school. So sorry if my hard work gives me the shine instead of who. Instead of you, fuck up from around me since O'Shane and Kevin Towney.
You were known as T.Y. the Poet from being a battle rapper. Was there ever a conversation about when you're doing your music, you're going to change the name?
Still is. There's so much of me wants to just never have been associated with the name T.Y. the Poet. But at the end of the day, that's who I am. Yeah. So like, what can you do about it? Like, you just have to take your failures and go with them. That's been a conversation, and like, there definitely will be in the future a couple aliases, I'd say, that will make music. Doing that would be kind of giving in to the failure. Do you know what I mean? That would be admitting that I fucked up. It'd be more fun to just prove everyone wrong, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what? That would be a better buzz. If I had control over those battles, they wouldn't be on the internet. I'm not like proud of them in any sense, bar maybe the Nugget one. You wouldn't find links to them on any of my socials or anything like that, but I don't have control of them. Yeah. So it doesn't really matter what I do. Like, it's out there, I've done it. Regardless if my name's T.Y. the Poet, my name's whatever it is, they'll find out anyways. Do you know what I mean? And it'd be so much worse if I was fucking C2 Trappy, the fucking gangster, and it turns out, no, actually he's T.Y. the Poet, the fella that cried in a rap battle. I have to be just that fella that cried in a rap battle for the rest of my life. But I can work with that. Like, that's not the worst thing in the world. Do you know what I mean? We have emotions. We're okay with it.
Beans, do you have a question for T.Y. the Poet?
Yeah, are you a top or a bottom?
Oh, top, dude. Top, dude. Yeah, but come on, look at me.
I don't know, man. You know, people surprise you.
This is third interview. How many of those interviews were you sober for?
What? I'm sober now, dude.
Really?
Cut to you.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Maybe for T.Y. the Poet, smoking weed is sober, and then you're fucked when you haven't got a choice.
No, well, see, that's painting me out to be something that's like not very good. Nah, fuck me. I don't know. Like, I'm fucking. Champ, there's actually a skin there already. I'm pretty high. Nah, like, I don't fucking.
Did you not know that was there?
I want to enjoy life, man. I don't know. Like, I just want to keep going, man. Keep doing what the fuck we're doing. Keep making music. Keep fucking enjoying it. Hopefully play some fucking festivals and get the fuck out of Galway for a while. Learn how to be an immigrant.
Fresh. Alrighty then. This has been Hot Air Balloon. T.Y. the Poet, thank you very much.
It's such a fucking sus handshake, man.
Okay. Now, before we wrap it up, can you introduce yourself to the camera?
Godbless, Galloon. She has different from Galway tune. Says she on forward with a crew, sham. How she know all of the tunes?